Hi, everybody. We are at Mount Soledad National Veterans Memorial in La Jolla, California. And we learned this, it is the only national memorial that is both a memorial and a living tribute at the same time, which is awesome. So there is a cross up there, and then all around the base are beautiful plaques that can be purchased in memoriam or in tribute of anybody honorably discharged from the armed forces. And I am with my friend here, and we're doing a video for Flags of Honor. I have the VALOR flag with us, so we're going to talk about that. And if you would, my friend, sir, please, who are you?
My name is Ron Basetole, road name Chaps, and I live up in La Crescenta, California. That's by Pasadena. And down here on a M25 motorcycle ministry activity. Cupcake asked me to be part of this valor, bringing valor, showing valor in the public, and I'm very happy to be part of this.
And so, explain for us that are people who are not familiar with Run for the Wall. What does M25 provide for multiple routes on Run for the Wall?
Well, M25 is a motorcycle ministry sponsored by the International Holy Pentecostal Holiness Church, and we provide chaplain activities each for two of the three routes, leaving in Ontario in the week prior to Memorial Day. There's a run back to Washington, D.C. to the Vietnam Wall to honor the veterans, the KIAs, the MIAs, and we ride for those that can't ride, and M25 provides, like I say, chaplain services. We listen to the men on the run. We provide hydration. There's a lot of heat when we go through, especially the western states, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. So we provide a hydration trailer so everybody stays fully hydrated. And then, of course, when we get farther east, the rain comes in, so we don't have to drink so much water as to repel the water as we start east. But
and then also chase trucks, chase
trailers. When the bikes break down, we'll pick up a broken bike, or if a wreck happens, heaven forbid, we pick up the wreck and take it to the nearest repair station. And just any service, basically, we're there to serve. It's all about the men on the run. It's not about us. It's about being Jesus with skin on to the men and women on the run, and just serving in any capacity that they need. Basically, when they need manpower to do something, we'll handle it.
And also, they were a massive help to me in helping create Sandbox Recon 2019. M25 came and provided all of the same services for that, and they will be working with the Honor Bound Chaplain Corps together to serve the Sandbox Run coming in 2021. But today we are here to talk about Flags of Honor, and so I have a couple of questions for my friend here who is prior military service, and that service was...
I was in the U.S. Navy Reserve from 1965 to 1967. I was a gunfire control technician on the USS Princeton. Was a helicopter carrier that we carried a squadron of helicopters and a battalion of Marines for vertical assault operations in Vietnam, mainly off the coast up near the northern central part of Vietnam, Cam Ranh Bay area. Spent a lot of time there.
And then came back from Vietnam and took another career after serving country, serving community by doing...
I became a Los Angeles police officer in August of 1968, and served in that capacity until April of 2007. I had a good career, very fortunate to have seen a lot of changes in almost 40 years on the police department, and being of service to the community was a very much of a blessing for me.
And so in in your capacity of serving with the Los Angeles Police Department, you did community relations.
Yes.
And you're still serving as a reserve?
Still serving as a reserve. I'm involved with other activities. I'm a prison chaplain or a prison religious volunteer. I go out to the Chino prison when it's open. I've been with Bill Glass Prison Ministries, where we ride our motorcycles right into the prison yard and share Jesus with the inmates. And I'm involved with old cars and my
we
church
talked about that.
Christian Motorcyclists Association.
Yes.
I'm also a docent at the Police Museum in Los Angeles.
Oh, cool.
So
now I got to come up there.
There you
oh
do.
my gosh. Okay. So here specifically, we wanted to talk about VALOR, being with the VALOR flag from Flags of Honor. So you, sir, have you a story of VALOR, either yourself or that you've witnessed or that you know of historically, that weighs on your heart in any capacity?
Well, as being a docent at the Police Museum, we talk about we highlight like 3 separate incidents where we have we highlight officers. Probably the most dynamic one was the SLA shootout, Simeonese Liberation Army in South Central LA in 1974, in May of 1974. This group of revolutionaries were started up in San Francisco by an ex-convict, and he got a bunch of people from like Berkeley and that part of the state, and they pulled off a couple of robberies, killed a person, killed 1 or 2 people, and fled down to LA. And they holed up in a house in South Central, and our SWAT team, which was fairly new at the time, 1974, was approached this house where they were fully armed. There were 8 armed occupants, and they had really fortified the location. They had gun holes, and underneath the flooring, in the basement, in the crawl space, they had gun holes, portholes, and
I didn't know that part.
that's where they went after the place caught on fire. They were still shooting, but anyway, our SWAT team assaulted. Wanted to place them under arrest. There were warrants for arrest for the people in there. They thought Patricia Hearst might even be in that group. This is part of her. This was when she was kidnapped from Berkeley and tortured and held in their captivity until she finally, came over to their side basically and joined in a bank robbery with them. And so anyway, our guys were outgunned. Thankfully, they did have M16s from the military, fully automatic assault rifles that they were able to defend themselves with. But the bad guys also had a lot of armory, and like I say, they were barricaded, cinder block barricades, and all kinds of stuff. We shot some tear gas in there, and when it explodes, and it's not gas actually, it's actually dust, and when the dust gets all over the place, there's a spark, and it caught something in the living room on fire. So a fire started in the house, and at that time they had a trap door down to the under the foundation, the raised floor, and they continued fighting down there. Thankfully, we didn't lose any police officers, and the fire ultimately consumed I think 7 or 8 of the Simeonese Liberation People Army, and Patricia Hearst was not one of them that was killed. So
okay.
There was there's a picture of one of our officers, Albert Preciado, is right on the front porch, and there's just smoke and this is not fire smoke, this is gunfire smoke. This is ammunition, sulfur smoke that is in a gun battle, just clouding the whole area, and he's laying right down there.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, right up next to this. He and the sergeant that was in charge of the whole SWAT operation, they won the Medal of Valor, LAPD Medal of Valor for their activities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna switch sides real quick. Sorry guys, my arm is
Yes,
getting
I figured it would be.
We're gonna just switch arms real quick. Okay, so that story is highlighted if people want to come visit the LA Police
Museum. Yes.
And where is that located at?
It's located on York Boulevard in the city, in Highland Park section of Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's an old police station that was built in 1925, and when they outgrew the station in 1983, 50 years later, 60 years later, 83, no, 60, they retained it. All of the other stations that they replaced with newer stations, they tore them down, but they retained this one, and ultimately the Police Museum organization was able to get the property and convert it to a museum. It's really pretty cool.
That's awesome. Okay, that sounds like a day ride, guys. We got to get up there. bring VALOR up there, right?
Yes, that would be wonderful.
The VALOR flag for Flags of Honor. Okay, sir. And so a little question I like to ask some people before we wrap it up: is there anything with any organizations or your jobs or just anything in the world that you would like people to know, or myths or misconceptions, or just like anything you'd like to put out in the world?
Well, I would, thinking in this time that we live in, this whole leftist leaning, defund the police department, get rid of the police. I was just reading, where Minneapolis is wondering where are our police officers when they have so much violence, so much crime in their city, and now the council people that voted this, to cut the police department out, are saying, who's going to protect us? And I just want people to realize that when, that we are, that there are a lot of bad people living among us, and, when they have nothing to restrain them, to restrain their criminal actions and the things that they want to do when they want to hurt somebody or steal or whatever they want to do, God placed, in the Bible it says that God placed police officers there for our protection, to protect the good people and to take care of the criminals. And that's the model that our country is based on. And I just would like people just to know that the police department, the police officers don't harass people. Only they arrest bad guys for doing bad things. They don't. People that aren't doing anything, you don't have to worry about it. This whole, they're stopping me just because I'm of a different color, I'm a minority. That's an exaggeration. People don't get stopped just because of what they look like. They get stopped because of what they do. And just please remember that, and know that the police officers are your friends and not your enemies.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that. So I just want to tell you, first of all, thank you very much, M25, for everything that you do with Run for the Wall and outside of Run for the Wall, and all the services you provide. As your Vietnam veteran service, I want to say welcome home to you.
Thank you,
friend.
Thank you.
Then for your continued service within the community, not only with the police department, but continued as a reserve and going into prison with the ministry and such, just trying to help your community in any way that you see that you can be of help. I really appreciate that from you. And so, and thanks for riding with me today. It's been a great day.
My pleasure.
We've been from San Diego, East County, out to Ocotillo, back to East County, San Diego, out up to Mount Soledad, there's the cross, La Jolla, California, and then he's gonna break and go home up to LA, and I'm gonna go back home. So I thank you so much for riding with VALOR for a while today, and for your interview and all the just good things that you provide in the community, and that this time that I've got to spend with you today. So thank you, everyone, and we'll put up some more for you soon.
I just like to say it's been a pleasure getting to know Cupcake. I've ridden with her dad 2 or 3 times, probably 3 times across the country, and I've talked to her, but never really. And I knew that she was an enthusiastic supporter of the military and just has a lot of vivaciousness about her, and it's just been a pleasure getting to know her a little more personally. And my day has been blessed by by our company. So
Oh,
thank you.
that's sweet. Okay, thanks guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.